Something keeps calling me back to this comment, and I think it's the fact that, like, as a Black woman, you are using white supremacist talking points to defend your transphobia, and that's really heartbreaking, because do you realize that talking about things like bone structure is what white supremacists do to, like, separate themselves from Black people? Like, historically, that's what they've done. White supremacists have said that white people and Black people have DNA. We're different species. We have different bones. We have different muscles. As a way to be like, Black people, other. We don't want them around us. And now you're doing the same thing with trans women. Transphobia is used against Black women all the time. But sure, your bone structure makes you a woman. This is exactly why I don't like interacting with anti-trans people. The reality is, it doesn't matter how many times we explain to you that gender and sex are two different things and that gender is a social construct. It doesn't matter how many times we explain to you that your bone science has been debunked. It doesn't matter how many times we explain to you that trans women aren't a threat to cis women. You have made a decision about what you're going to believe, and that belief is going to do way more harm to cis women like myself than trans women ever have and ever will.
For all the trans women out there, I have a question. How do you know that you're a woman?
Well, for all the hypersensitive, whiny little cis women, I have a question. And it's, what makes you a woman? Like, how do you know that you're a woman? Because I've never heard y'all explain it in a way that really makes sense. Oh, well, I have 2 genetic XX chromosomes. Oh, so you've gotten full genetic testing? You know, because womanhood, it doesn't really have a meaning. You know, it's kind of what you want it to mean. It's a social construct. I know that's complicated for y'all, but you've chosen for it to be something hateful and exclusive, and I don't get that, because my womanhood isn't. It's accepting. And I don't understand why yours can't be. Gender is a social construct, but it is just a fact that life is easier if you fit within the beauty standard. Pretty privilege exists. So a lot of women, cis women included, undergo various surgeries to better fit the beauty standard. Trans women are just doing the exact same thing. They're just changing their appearance to look how they want. And I don't understand why it's okay for cis women to do that, but not okay for trans women to do that.
So if you were to dig up a human, 2 humans, and 100 years from now, both man and woman, could you tell the difference? Strictly off of bones?
No, because it's a wide range of... I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, Matt.
I'm not sure why I'm being laughed at if I'm the expert in the room. Have any of you been to archaeological sites? Have any of you studied biological anthropology? I'm just saying. I've got over 150 years of data. I'm just curious as to why I'm being laughed at when
I believe it or not, I have put a lot of research into this.